Perfection, it has been said, is the child of time. And in the time that has passed since the story of Midleton Very Rare began, perfection, and nothing less, has been at the heart of each Master Distiller selection. Until now, just 2 Master Distillers have had the privilege of preserving the legacy of the pinnacle of Irish whiskey. First created in 1984 by Master Distiller Emeritus Barry Crockett, Midleton Very Rare is the ultimate expression of each Master Distiller's art, style and precision. Now, as the third guardian of this tradition, it is my responsibility to continue this annual ritual and to shape the Midleton Very Rare legacy for the coming decades. The journey to creating this vintage began almost 40 years ago. Continuing the work of my predecessors was both a daunting and extremely enjoyable process that allowed me to explore our rarest casks and create an exceptional blend that sits seamlessly within the family. It is a great honour to become the custodian of this extraordinary Irish whiskey family and to have my signature adorn our 2021 vintage.
There's a number of traits and characteristics which follow through from vintage to vintage, and that would be, first of all, it's a blend of grain and pot whiskies, and we play around with those proportions every year. And this particular year, I brought up the grain slightly. We also then have a range of ages. In this one, as I've mentioned already, 15 to 36 years, so a wide range of ages.
Yeah.
And thirdly, then we have the proportion, the ratio of first fills to second fills. And in previous vintages, we would have B3s or third fills as well. But in this particular one, I just went for first fills and second fills. And it's important to say as well that within the pot element of Midleton Very Rare, we have different intensities and different types of pot whiskey, ranging in flavours and aromas. And that's really important in the whole makeup of Midleton Very Rare. What intensity and what flavour and what balance is there in terms of the pot whiskey. But then the whole grain element, remember Midleton Very Rare is single pot still and is single grain, and it's the combination of those that are so important in Midleton Very Rare. So grain plays a big part as well. And I mean, over the years I've been a huge fan of grain whiskey, particularly older grain that has spent time in American oak. It's just a wonderful flavour. Grain whiskey in general is very, it's very elegant. It's quite floral. And those notes are really, really enhanced, over time and the older the whiskey gets. So some of the grains in this are very old, and it just gives it a great balance. And this is as big as it gets. This for me is, I suppose, look, it's the pinnacle of my career, presenting the pinnacle of Irish whiskey, and this is as good as it gets for me, and it's fantastic.